In Liverpool, faith, business and sporting organisations are joining forces to provide essential supplies to provide help. Joining me now is Tawed Islam, who is trustee of the Liverpool Region Mosque Network. Tawed, thank you so much for talking to us here on Sky News today. Perhaps you can tell us what your network has been doing today.
So we've been out on the streets, basically, and we've been trying to support all of our communities as much as we can. We have put together, in collaboration with the LFC Foundation, hampers of food for Christmas dinner, which is a full Christmas dinner with all the trimmings and toys as well for children. We've been mainly supplying to primary schools. We try and focus our work around schools which have young children who are sort of from deprived backgrounds, deprived families, and supplying them with food hampers to spread a little bit of Christmas spirit and a toy for them to put some smiles on faces.
I see how they're doing your bit as a Santa-type figure, if you like, delivering a bit of Christmas cheer, as you said, food and toys for the little ones. Talk to me about how the community find those people, because, you know, we're going through a cost of living crisis at the moment, and not all families want to put their hands up to ask for help. It's a difficult thing to admit when you're struggling. How does the community pull together and find those people who need to see you today?
Yeah, so we, over the last 2 years, with the cost of living crisis, with the effects of Brexit and also the aftermath of the pandemic, over the last 2 years, we've been working mainly with primary schools across the Liverpool City region. So we target our work within the primary schools. So actually, we've been going into those schools, working with the head teachers, working with the staff there who they've got great teams doing outreach work and trying to support as many families as they can. And we work closely with them to identify the families that are most in need at this critical time of the year. I mean, we've got 41,000 people in fuel poverty in the city, which is about 5% above the national average. We've got 16,500 children under the age of 16 who are in low-income families. Again, that's 4% above the average. So there's huge need. But you're right. I mean, not everyone wants to come forward, but as community organisations, we come together with a range of organisations across the city. Our closest allies, Matt Parish and the foundation's team at the LFC Foundation, who go with us shoulder to shoulder, going into our communities and just trying to do as much work as we can.
And Tawed, this isn't just a one-off event. This just doesn't magically happen on Christmas Day. There's a lot of work that goes into what you're doing, today and over this festive period. Can you just talk to me about the logistical effort and the time that people give up to make all this come together?
Of course. I mean, as an organisation ourselves, the Liverpool Region Mosque Network, we're entirely volunteer-led organisation. We have no funding. We go into the community and we pull together not only from the Muslim community, from the wider community as well. We've got great people here, always pulling together and putting their hand in the pockets to help others. Thankfully, it's our collaboration with the LFC Foundation, which is really the key to the logistics. I mean, they have their amazing stadium team who have been working night and day trying to put the hampers together. So they've got a huge team over at Anfield, led by Phil Egan, and they do incredible work. And then we partnered up with a logistics firm, GNS Transport Merseyside Limited, who just came to the fore and again just collaborated with us to help deliver the parcels. We had a few vans ourselves that we were driving around to the schools. So it was quite a big operation, but thankfully there was the World Cup, so there was no Premier League football. So actually it was much easier to organise this year than it was last year. We've had a good 6-week run into getting everything ready and getting the food ready and getting all the toys ready. So it's been a little bit easier this year than it was last year. Unfortunately, the need is greater this year.
All that hard work and effort paying off today. Just to end, can you give us an idea of the reaction you got from people when you turned up? with hampers for them and toys. That must have been very pleasing to see. Talk me through some of that.
Yeah, it is very pleasing. It's very humbling, to see people's face lift when they've been worrying about how they're gonna have Christmas dinner, or how their child is going to wake up, potentially without a toy, and the impact that that might have on them. It's been really uplifting. We've been going round, and there's smiles, there's high fives, there's people hugging each other. It's wonderful. And as community organizations, we always come together, and we're stronger together. So it's been it's been really, really fantastic, and just to see the smiles on children's faces is literally what it's all worth.
Yeah.
That's worth.
Oh, well, Tawad Islam and everyone that's working with you, and well done on your efforts. Like you said, it's just bringing a bit of Christmas cheer to those who really need it most at the moment. Tough times out there for people this Christmas and heading into the new year. Very uncertain times ahead. Thank you for speaking to us here on Sky News and telling us about what you and your organisations have been up to. Tawad Islam there, trustee of the Liverpool Region Mosque Network.